Hello and what's up, GSC Pokemon Challenges fam? How you guys doing? We're back for more Falkner minimum battles. I have a big goal this month. I'm going to try to finish this entire series in December. We'll see if I get all the videos out, but I'm definitely going to try to record all of this in December at the very least. We're starting with this one, the next episode. We have already beaten Falkner with nearly 150 Pokemon. It's 148 at this point. We have skipped a couple. We skipped Espeon, we skipped Umbreon, we skipped Unknown. Unknown is going to be kind of its own episode when we get there, because there are a lot of different types of hidden powers to test out here. But with that being said, we're going to start off by just continuing with what we've been doing so far. 13 new challengers today. We've got the Drowzee line, the Krabby line, the Voltorb line, Exeggcute line. We've got the Cubone Marowak, Snubbull Granbull, and of course we've got Qwilfish coming in. I gotta make some predictions at the beginning of this one, like I do in pretty much every episode. I think that the psychic types are gonna be just fine. I think the water types are gonna be just fine. I anticipate that Voltorb and Electrode shouldn't have too much trouble here. The Exeggcute line could be rough, and I don't know what the Cubone line knows in this version. In Gen 1, it would have been a move like Bone Club, which wouldn't be able to affect the flying types, so that could be bad. I think probably Snubbull, Granbull are just fine, and then Qwilfish, I believe it's got the poison typing if I recall correctly, so we're going to be dealing with some mud slaps there. That could be bad. So I'm going to predict 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7, 8, 9. I'm going to predict 10 of these 13 get through. That's just my initial prediction. Drop yours down below. Tell me which Pokemon you think get through, don't get through. With that being said, let's get into the challenge, and we're going to start off with Hypno. We don't really have pairs of Pokemon to, face up against each other in this one. So we're pretty much just going to go through in this order. Fully evolved first, and then if it gets through, we'll go back and look at the unevolved forms. All right, so here in Professor Elm's lab, we have used the ultimate Pokemon randomizer to stick Hypno in the place of Totodile. That means we'll be up against the Chikorita line for this run. I never check what the movesets are before this, so I'm gonna learn right now, same time as you guys. It looks like we are starting with Pound, Hypnosis, Disable, and Confusion. I mean, Confusion, same time move, plus Sleep Tactics. I think we're going to be just fine here. We're not going to give a nickname. We never do. We are still using the version of the mapper that only does one character in the name. I tried to fix this. I tried to update, and there seems to be a problem with the update. I'm going to have to see if I can fix it or not, or maybe there's a new version of the mapper, but we'll get that sorted as soon as possible. All right, so getting ready to go into the Rival 1 fight, we're going to take off the berry here. I don't think we need it in this one. Hypno is a pretty strong Pokemon overall, but I could be surprised. Let's find out. He's got his Chikorita out, and we're going to put Confusion in the top slot. I think that's the play. Looks like a 3-hit KO here with Confusion, but yeah, that was never in question. Now, Hypno is a Pokemon that I really, really like, and really, I consider it to be one of the best Pokemon in Gen 1. In fact, according to my tier listing rules, it's the second best Pokemon in Pokemon Yellow, behind only Mewtwo, and it was actually better than Mewtwo when it came to Pokemon Red and Blue. That's kind of surprising, but it's because it has great type coverage. It's a badge boosting move in Gen 1 with Meditate. It's got the Sleep Tactics. It's just a pretty OP Pokemon. I'm very interested to see if it's actually nerfed in Gen 2. Everybody says that Hypnosis and, other sleep moves aren't as good, but I'm not so sure. I think it's still pretty darn strong. And with that being said, we've made it to Falkner's gym. I'm going to drop a save right here, and let's check the tail of the tape on this one. Hypno, coming in at level 6. We've got 26 HP, of course, we're a Psychic type. We know Confusion, Hypnosis, Disable, and Pound. Disable is more useful in Gen 2 because it will disable the last move your opponent used. So if we do get in a situation where we don't want them to use this particular move over and over, we might be able to use some Disable strats. But looking at the stats here, we've got 13 attack, 13 defense, 13 special attack, 18 in special defense, and then 13 speed. We're not going to outspeed anything here, but I don't think it's going to matter. Let's just see if Honest Abe can keep us honest here. We're not even going to use a berry here. I'm going to use Hypnosis. Put him to sleep. And now let's see what the confusion does. It's looking to be a 4-hit KO here, but he stays asleep, so there we go. Easy win. Level up to level 7. We are in the medium fast level up group, so we're not going to gain levels as fast as some other Pokemon, but I think it's okay. Let's get into the God Rod and see how it goes. As usual, this is usually the easier fight of the two, leading into Falkner, and this appears to be an easy 3-hit KO here on the first Pidgey. See if we get to level 8 or not. We confuse this Pidgey. There we go. He gets wrecked. And there we go. Level 8. So now coming into Falkner, we've beaten up everything to this point with really no difficulty. So the stats as we come into this are level 8, 31 HP. We still got the same moveset, of course, but now we've got 17 attack, 16 defense, 16 special attack, 23 special defense, and 16 speed. I think we're faster than the Pidgey, but not the Pidgeotto. That special defense, which is our best stat, doesn't really matter in this one. We're just going to have to see how this goes, but I think I'll put a berry on just to be safe. Yeah, let's just see. So here we go, Falkner, round 1. He's going to lead off with his Pidgey, and I'm going to try to put his Pidgey to sleep. There we go. With the Pidgey asleep, we can now just go straight into the confusion, and that is a 2-hit KO. Now, Pidgeotto comes out. It is faster. It's a Gust. Critical hit Gust. Turn 1 is doing 8 damage per hit, but we do get it to sleep. And now Confusion looks to be maybe a 4-hitter here. Okay, he uses Gust again, but we knock him out. So just like that, we were easily able to beat Falkner with this Hypno. And yeah, I don't see too much issue as long as we can land Hypnosis. Like, when we get to Bugsy, yes, he's going to have a type advantage. You know, the Fury Cutter, if you built it up, would completely destroy us. But if we can put him to sleep, it's not like he resists our moves. So as long as we get him to sleep, I think we're going to have a pretty decent shot there. For now, we can add Hypno to the Pokemon that have beaten Falkner. So now let's check out this Drowzee. Let's just see how he goes. If he knows Hypnosis, even if he's not as strong, I think he's going to be okay. All right, so as we come here to pick up our Drowzee, I'm assuming it's going to start with Pound and Hypnosis. That's what it would have in Gen 1. But let's just see if that's the case. Yes, it is. So Pound and Hypnosis. I think we're going to need to make more use of the berries in this one. But as long as we get good Hypnosis luck, we should be able to get through just about everything. So let's take on Rival 1 here, where I think the sleep tactics are going to be more than enough, but I'm going to keep the berry on just in case. Here, let's go for Hypnosis first. Very nice, we get it. Now we can take him to Pound Town. We are not doing very much damage though. So we definitely want to keep it asleep because we don't have a great attack stat. And here we're just pounding. There we go. We do take him down, but yeah, we don't even get to level 6 there. And keep in mind that these are Max DV's Pokemon. This is the strongest possible version of this Pokemon. So if we struggle at all, we know that this Pokemon is not very good for this type of challenge. Basically, I'm going to come back and do all of these Pokemon for their own solo runs, maybe as versus runs, different things like that in the future, but we're going to be running them at that point. When I do full game solo runs, we're going to be doing it on 0 DVs, the same way that I do on RBY Pokemon challenges. So we have to just keep in mind that if we see struggles here, that might be a reason to disqualify this Pokemon. But let's just find out. So with Drowzee coming into Falkner's gym, let's just check the tail of the tape here. We're currently at level 6. We've got 23 HP. We only know Pound and Hypnosis this time. We're coming in with only 10 attack, 10 defense, 10 special attack, 15 special defense, and 10 speed. So we're definitely a lot weaker than Hypno. I'm going to give the berry here because I think it's going to be necessary. Let's just see if we can beat Honest Abe. So here in this fight, I'm going to lead off with Hypnosis, of course. I don't think there's any other choice to make. And then we're going to start pounding, but man, oh man, we're not doing any damage, it feels like. We are getting a nice long sleep here though, and we do heal there with the berry. We put him back to sleep. Just stay asleep, buddy. Couple more hits, I think. And yes, we do get through on the first attempt. Very nice. And we level up to level 7 there. I'm going to drop a potion and I'm going to give a berry. And now we're just going to see if we can beat the God Rod himself. Let's just find out. Rodney, he's coming out here. He's sending out his Pidgey. We are going to put it to sleep because we're just not doing a ton of damage with physical moves. But funny enough, our special attack is the same as our physical attack stat. So it's not like we'd be doing a ton more damage with something like Confusion here. That's kind of sad, honestly. And we lose to the God Rod the first time. God. Okay, let's try round 2. We need better Hypnosis luck, basically. Okay, so we get Hypnosis there. And, I mean, it looks like a 6-hit KO on this. Okay, so we do knock that one out. Here we do heal up. We get the second Pidgey to sleep. Okay, so here he wakes up and hits us, but we do knock him out this time when we get to level 8. So perfect. That was fine. I'm going to go heal up outside. The rod fight makes me a little bit nervous, but we are here at level 8, 27 HP. We know Pound and Hypnosis. We've got 13 attack, 12 defense, 12 special attack, 19 special defense, and 12 speed. We're not even going to outspeed the first Pidgey here. And we need to make sure that we've got the berry on. Because, yeah, this one's scary. Let's just find out. Falkner, round 1, go. So here we're going to lead off, of course, with Hypnosis. That's the natural play. And we did just level up, and that does give us a damage rounding threshold, so this is looking more like a 5-hit KO. Oh yeah, and a critical hit right there, so we knocked that one out. Now, Gust is scary, and we want to put this one to sleep for sure. And now just start trying to pound it down. And we had one shot to put it back to sleep, and we didn't get it. So let's try round 2. I think we just reset there. I might accept it waking up if I'm gonna knock it out the next turn, but otherwise, no way, because we gotta get to that Pidgeotto on green health. So there, that's basically fine. So here we're just going for the pounds. Here I think we start trying to put it to sleep again, because it's gonna wake up eventually. We need a nice long sleep here. One more turn. Yes, yes, there we go. Okay, that took forever, but we did manage to beat Falkner with our Drowzee. Now, Drowzee doesn't get access to Confusion until I believe level 18. Let me just double check that is in fact the case. I believe so. So yeah, it's gonna learn Confusion at level 18. I mean, I don't believe we learned Swift. Not sure Mud Slap means anything. So yeah, this one could be a little hard going forward, but at least right here, we have managed to get through Falkner on minimum battles with a Drowzee. I think anything less than max DVs would basically make this one impossible though, because we just have such a low attack stat. And we needed perfect luck there with the Hypnosises to get through that fight. I'm not sure that happens very often. So with that being said, let's add these two to our pass column and then move on to the next evolutionary line. So going back to our results so far, we've added 2 Pokemon to the pass list. We're just too short of 100 Pokemon being able to beat Falkner so far. Next up, we're going to check out the Krabby and Kingler line. So we're going to lead off with Kingler. I hope that it has a decent attacking move, maybe something like Vice Grip. Krabby actually could be hard if it only starts with Bubble. Bubble being incredibly weak, even though it's the same type move, it would effectively be 30 base power. We'll see if that's the case. I really hope that it has a physical move because it's much more of a physical attacker, but I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, let's get to that Kingler first. All right, so here we're going to pick up our Kingler, which is right here in the Totodile Ball using the Ultimate Pokemon Randomizer. Let's see what our moveset is to start. We are starting with Bubble, Leer, and Vice Grip, so that is actually perfect. We want to have Vice Grip here because that is bound to be one of the strongest moves that we can have. Here, let me just double check this though, because I got that NA showing. I think I can fix it. All right, there we go. So we have this properly updated. Vice Grip is a 55 base power normal move, but it is physical, and I think that's huge here because Kingler really has more of an attack stat than a special stat. That's going to be true for the Krabby as well. We might have to test out struggle strats with Krabby just because of the fact that it's so heavily weighted towards physical attacks rather than using the special attacks, even though it is a water type Pokemon. Like in Gen 1, the only real water type move that you want to use with a Krabby line is basically Crab Hammer, their signature move, and that's because it's a high critical hit chance move. So not only is it 90 base power, but it's very likely to do more damage than something like a Hydro Pump, just because of the fact that it basically always crits in Gen 1. Gen 2, maybe not so much, but Crab Hammer is still a very strong move, available to be learned later on. Alright, so going into Rival 1, I'm going to save very quickly. I took off the berry. I don't think we're going to need it, but let's find out. Here, we've got this Chikorita out. I'm going to move Vice Grip into the top slot here. And, okay, uses Growl. That makes sense. Good strategy. But it's a 4-hitter with Vice Grip nonetheless. So Rival 1, no problem for our Kingler, but let's see if we can continue this or not. I think the high attack stat might be our saving grace here. All right, and I just realized that my timer wasn't running, so I've started it up now. But here we are with Kingler coming into Falkner's gym. We're going to see if we can go ahead and Crab Hammer down some pigeons here. We're coming in. Look at that animation. Oh, that is a cool little animation that they put on this one. But here we are. Pokemon number 99. We're almost to 100 in the Kanto Dex. Are you kidding me? We're coming in at level 6. We got 22 HP. Of course, we're a water type. But we're coming in with Vice Grip, Leer, and Bubble. We're basically going Vice Grip for most of this gym, I think. Not sure if we ever really want to use Bubble. But here we're coming in with 20 attack, 18 defense, 11 special attack, 11 special defense, and 14 speed. Not going to outspeed at this point, but we've got a lot of defense and attack, so I think we're going to be just fine here. Let's find out, though. Not even going to give a berry. Let's try Honest Abe without it. So here in this one, obviously, the strategy is going to be to spam Vice Grip. And it looks to be maybe a 3-hitter. Yes, we get it, and we level up to level 7. We're going to now drop a potion here, save the game, and let's just see if the God Rod is anything or not. So here, Rod, he's going to send out his Pidgey, and I'm just going to spam the Vice Grip. It's looking like a 3-hitter here, just not quite strong enough to get the 2-hitter. But it makes me hopeful that maybe on Falkner's Pidgey we will get the 2-hitter because we level up to level 8 right there. So here we're going to drop one more potion, and this one I'm going to try without the berry first. I'm going to just go ahead and check the tail of the tape here. We're now at level 8. We've got 27 HP, same moveset of course, but now we've got 26 in attack, 23 defense, 13 in both specials, even though they're not really going to be relevant unless we use water or bubble here. And then speed, we've got 17 speed, so I think we're going to outspeed the first Pidgey. We'll see about the Pidgeotto. So here we go. Falkner, round 1. We're just going to spam Vice Grip here. Oh yeah, critical hit turn 1. So that was a 2-hit with the crit. And now against this Pidgeotto, we're doing decent damage. We're only taking 5 damage per hit from Gust. And that's right, even without the berry, we beat him. Level up to level 9. Oh, this Kingler, legendary. Okay, so Kingler finishes that one basically just fine. We're gonna get access to Surf later on and things like that I think will make this run not too terribly bad. The real issue that we're gonna have, I think, this is just me thinking, is possibly when we get to rival number 4 or rival number 3, sorry, rival number 3. And then will we have anything good when we get up against like Jasmine with her 2 Magnemites? That's my question. Anyway, that does it for Kingler. Let's go back and see if Krabby can do the same thing. I'm pretty sure that it's going to be looking pretty bad though, because I'm pretty sure it's going to start out with only Bubble. Oh God. Oh god. All right, so here we're about to pick up our Krabby, but I need to make a quick correction. I said earlier that we were running on max DVs because that's how I usually do these runs, only to come and find out at this point that we actually did these first 3 Pokemon on 0 DVs. Sorry, I have such a habit of setting everything to 0 DVs that I just basically set it that way. So all 3 of those Pokemon got through Falkner on 0 DVs. They were the worst possible version of those Pokemon. Our Kingler should have been much stronger. Same for our Drowzee that was kind of struggling. Hypno didn't have any troubles, but I mean, it should have been stronger too. So what we can actually say is that even on 0 DVs, those Pokemon get through. That means max DVs will obviously get through. Sorry for that. We're going to correct that here with this Krabby because I don't think there's any way Krabby gets through without every advantage. So we're going to pick it up here from the Totodile Ball. And yes, we're starting with Bubble and Leer. I think we're going to have to go for some struggle strats in this one. Bubble is weak enough that you could reasonably use it up against wild Pokemon without knocking them out. So that's usually one of my criteria for judging whether or not we should even allow struggle strats is a possibility. But we're going to try this straight up first. We're going to try this with the Bubble. And then if it fails, we're going to come back and we're going to do the struggle strats. I'm already worried about Rival 1. Oh, God. All right, so as we go into Rival 1, we're not taking the berry off on this one. No way. I think we need it. We're going to Bubble, and look how little damage that did. Okay, Growl is perfectly fine. Yes, growl at me. Growl at me. And he misses a tackle, and he growls again. Fortunately, Growl does not affect special attack, only physical attack, so as long as he keeps using Growl, we should have a shot here. Just, yeah, keep growling. Oh, look at that. He's going into attack now. Okay, he growled again. Oh, man, this is bad. Oh, my God. And I think he knows he can't growl us anymore. So, yeah, we did not get through Chikorita there. And I don't think we are going to get through Falkner without the XP from Chikorita. I'm going to try it one time, and then I'm going to come back. If we fail at Falkner, we're going to come back here, and we're going to try to do the struggle strats. Oh, God. Yes, officer, I'd like to report a guy who beat up my Krabby. He said he was going to make him crab legs. The officer is just like, I'm getting out of here. This guy's stupid. Sorry, I find that hilarious. I don't think anybody else does. So here we may as well just check the youngster Mikey fight to see if we can even win this. Fortunately, Bubble is not resisted, so against the level 2 Pidgey, it looks like a 3-hitter. Very nice. The Rattata comes out. It's not looking like it's doing much damage here. Fortunately, he's tail whipping a bunch, but yeah, we're doing very little damage. But he tail whips every single turn, so we win. Youngster Mikey, absolute legendary trainer. All right, so we've made it to Falkner's gym. I'm going to give a berry, of course. I don't see any way through this without a berry. We're going to save the game right here, and let's check the tail of the tape here. We are coming in at level 5 with 19 HP. We've no Bubble and Leer, but these 2 moves do not synergize at all. Leer lowers defense, but Bubble is a special move. So it's not like we get better ranges by using some Leers or anything like that. Leer would work very nicely if we were using Struggle, because I believe Struggle is considered physical. Here we have 16 attack, 14 defense, only 8 special attack and 8 special defense. Our special attack is half of our attack stat, and yet our only attacking move is a special move. Are you kidding me? And we've got 11 speed. Oh, this is going to be terrible. Let's find out if we can even win with crits. Here, Honest Abe is going to keep us honest. And look how much damage he did. Granted, I believe that was a critical hit. Yes, it was. He does 8 damage normally, maybe 8 to 9 damage, and we get wrecked. So here, I'm going to go back to the beginning of the game, and we're going to do struggle strats here. That's going to be our new strategy, because I think that's the only shot we have. That I have set it so that I have 0 PP in both of my moves. So we have the littlest PP possible on this Krabby to see if we can just struggle things down. Because that is basically the only shot I think we have is to go struggle, 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 and just pray that it works. Oh God, this is terrible. This Pokemon. All right, so here we are for round 2 against rival 1, but we're struggling. Let's just find out. Here, can we struggle this one down? Oh, look how much better the damage is. It's like way better. And we've still got the berry on because we might need to heal. And yeah, we easily win that time. We probably didn't even need the berry. So that's the difference between having, you know, double the attack stat versus, you know, half the special attack stat. Oh man, the rival, go hunt that guy down. we just beat him by struggling on him. Granted, I mean, if you were spiky and had big pincers like that, and you started struggling, people would probably be feeling some pain too. Just saying. So now revenge against youngster Mikey. And I think I've just realized why Krabby is so crabby. It's because of the fact that he starts with a trash attacking move. So here, we're actually going to level up in this fight. We 2-hit there on the Rattata and we get to level 6. So we're at a higher level and we have a stronger attack effectively. But let's see if this will be enough to get us through Honest Abe this time. All right, so we've made it to the gym. I'm going to give the berry here and we're going to check the stats on this one. We've gotten to level 6, so that added 2 more HP. We're at 21 HP now. Of course, we're going in without any PP. We're just going all in on attack. We have 19 attack, 17 defense, only 9 special attack, 9 special defense, 12 speed. But our stats have increased pretty significantly for only 1 additional level. But let's see if it even matters. So here against Honest Abe, we're just holding down A. We're just using Struggle. He only does 7 damage per hit or 6 damage per hit now. And we've already got him in yellow health. 1 more hit. Yes, we survive with 1 HP. And this is a Max DV's Krabby. So yeah, we actually needed all the HP there. We're going to give another berry here and save the game. And let's just see if we can struggle this one down now. We got to check the stats now. We're up to level 8, meaning we have 25 HP now. Still no PP in our attacking moves, but we do have the berry on. 24 attack, 22 defense, 11 in both specials, 15 in speed. Here we should check, number 1, if we can win with struggle strats. If we can't win with struggle strats, then we might come back and test out bubble strats. Just because we've leveled up quite a bit. I don't see a situation where we would win with one over the other than if we end up knocking ourselves out from recoil damage. But let's find out. So I'm going to save the game right here. Let's get into Falkner round 1. So here we go. The Pidgey comes out. I'm going struggle. Looks to be a 3-hit KO here. Probably would be a 2-hit KO with a crit. In fact, definitely would be. Okay, now we heal up there. He's doing 6 damage per hit with Gust. And yeah, we did not get through that. Let's try this again. Let's see if we can get a crit on this Pidgey. I think that's the only way we're getting through this. So really the ideal run would be to get the miss from Pidgey and to get a critical hit in the same attempt. But let's just see. Oh, he gets the miss. Yes. So we're able to knock him out with 17 HP remaining. And here, oh, we get a critical hit from Pidgeotto. Are you kidding me? We did not need that critical hit. Come on. Come on. Let us crit. You don't crit. Let me crit. Okay, we get another miss from Pidgey. So that was good. And there he only does 6 damage. So now we've got 20 HP remaining. Still might need a critical hit here. We did not get through there. Hit that we need in order to get through there on Falkner's Pidgeotto. I'm not sure if it's just one more hit we need though, or if it's a critical hit that we would need. We're getting very close sometimes. So, I mean here, you know, we had 3 HP left there. We had it fairly low down. Oh God, the learn set's in the way, but it had a quarter of its HP remaining. So realistically, we probably need one more critical hit to knock it out. I'm just not sure that's gonna happen, guys. So I'm gonna call this one right here. I just don't see any way that we managed to get through this one with this Krabby here. So I think we just need to declare Krabby eliminated. And this is kind of the way Krabby is in Gen 1 too. The fact that it doesn't start with a physical attacking move is kind of a huge disadvantage for this Pokemon. It can get through on minimum battles, but it comes down to the fact that Bubble is super effective against Brock. 4 times super effective against Brock, in fact. And then it's just a matter of trying to get through all the rando trainers until you can get to level 20 and learn Vice Grip. In Gen 2, just doesn't seem to be happening. There's no type advantage here. So we're going to just have to say that Krabby is out. Kingler, perfectly fine. Krabby, not so fine. All right, so with Krabby being eliminated, we can come back and look at our stats here. We've added one more Pokemon to the fail list. Sorry, Krabby. You were supposed to do it, but that's why he's a Krabby boy, because he doesn't even beat the first gym on minimum battles. Kingler, on the other hand, does progress. So we're 3 of 4 so far. Next up, we got the Voltorb line. I think that Electrode should definitely get through, but in Gen 1, these Pokemon did not learn any electric type moves. And we do have to deal with some mud slaps here. So hopefully between Screech and Tackle, which is what I'm guessing we're gonna know with the Voltorb, it's enough to get through. We should be really fast though. So let's just find out if this actually works. We have a Krabby at the beginning of this one. Oh, Krabby, he won't leave us alone. He wants to come along. He's like, Voltorb, Electrode, you're going to be terrible too. You're not going to get anything because Krabby didn't get anything. Oh, what a Krabby boy. All right, so we have put Electrode into the Totodile Ball. That way we'll be up against the Chikorita line, which will resist electric type moves. And here, let's just see how we do here. We are starting out with Tackle, Screech, Sonic Boom, and Self-Destruct. Now let me fix my mapper here just a little bit. All right, so there we've got it fixed just so that we show the proper moves over there. Now, one thing that I'm very interested in is, do these ones even learn any electric type moves via level up in Gen 2? I'm gonna have to fix this part too, but no level up moves that are electric in nature. We're just going to learn, as far as attacking moves, we're going to learn Rollout, Swift, Explosion, which is useless in a solo challenge. So, yeah, we're basically waiting for something like Zap Cannon. I'm assuming we can learn Thunderbolt via the move tutor, but that's post-game. And we can get maybe Thunder. We're going to have to go gamble in the casino for a while. That's basically what that means. We do learn Headbutt, though, so, hey... We'll get that. Oh man, this is gonna be bad. So let's go ahead and get into this challenge. All right, so as we go into Rival 1, I don't even think I need to bother taking off the berry, because we're going to be going for a very, very special strategy here, which is to use Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom does a fixed 20 base damage, and now Tackle to finish it off. Easy win. This early game isn't going to be too bad because of the nature of Sonic Boom being a fixed damage move. It is 90% accurate, so we should be able to hit often enough to make it through with this one. Like, even Professor Elm is freaking out. He's like, wait, how did you get a Pokeball outside of a Pokeball? Little did he know, not only is this a Pokeball, but it can also Sonic Boom. It's technically an upside down Pokeball though. RIP. So here we go, let's take on youngster Mikey, where we can just further demonstrate how broken this move is by just one-shotting his Pokemon. Sonic Boom Pokemon are super OP in the early game. So even in Pokemon Red and Blue, this Voltorb and Electrode and Magneton can actually beat Brock on minimum battles because basically both of his Pokemon are just 2-hit KOs. You just need to reset until you hit both with Sonic Boom. All right, so entering Falkner's gym, we're just going to leave the berry alone. I don't think we need to mess with it. Checking the stats, we're coming in at level 6, 25 HP. We've got Tackle, Screech, Sonic Boom, and Self-Destruct, of course. We have 12 attack, 15 defense, 16 in both specials, 23 in speed. We're going to outspeed everything. And that's the real name of the game here, is just outspeed and use Sonic Boom. So here against Honest Abe, my strategy, let's see how it goes. Sonic Boom, and how about... Oh, we failed to hit the second Sonic Boom. No, come on, hit. Yes, there we go. So we take down Honest Abe. That was an easy fight. I don't see the God Rod being any trouble for us. So let's just use a potion, get into this, make our way up to Falkner. Yeah, God Rod, not a challenge at all. We get to level 8 here as we go into the Falkner fight. I'm just going to slam a potion very quickly. We haven't even used the berry, but let's check the stats now. We're up to level 8, so we have 30 HP. Same moveset. We've got plenty of PP in Sonic Boom here. And now we've got 15 attack, 18 defense, 20 in both specials, and 30 in speed. So we're definitely going to outspeed everything here. Let's see if we can get through even with those mud slaps. So here, Falkner, attempt number 1. I'm going to just lead off with the Sonic Boom. Takes this Pidgey down pretty low. And now we need to actually land a hit. There we go. A tackle knocks it out. And here, Sonic Boom. And it goes tackle against me. Here, we just need to land one more Sonic Boom. Come on. There we go. First attempt. Easily beat Falkner. Yeah, that was not hard. Now, we granted are on max DVs here, I believe. Sorry, I reset the mapper here. So let's just double check. Yes, we were on max DVs. But yeah, it basically would just come down to hitting the Sonic Booms. I'm pretty sure we would get through even on 0 DVs, provided we didn't miss. So yeah, Electrode, pretty solid. Honestly, the fact that it has a fixed damage move at the beginning of the game is always going to be a little bit OP. We do get through the first gym with Electrode. Good job, Electrode. Let's move on to Voltorb. Let's see how it looks. So here it's time to pick up our Voltorb. Our Pokeball outside of a Pokeball. Oh god, and we only start with Tackle? Wait, what? We don't even get Screech? Come on, what is this? In Gen 1, we would at least get Screech so that we would be able to lower defense and do more damage. Oh, this is gonna be terrible. Let's see, we get Screech at level 9, and we don't get Sonic Boom till level 17, so we're not getting that in this section. Oh god. So normally, the only level up move that we would get that would even be good here would be Rollout. Oh man. Oh man. Here, I think we're gonna keep the berry on, and let's try to fight Rival 1. Oh god. So here, Rival 1, attempt 1. I'm going Tackle, and we are not doing much damage. Oh god. He's doing 4 damage per hit, and we do not appear to be doing anything. Sorry, let me take this moveset off. Yeah, he's down to 11 HP remaining. You know, because he's growled at me. Oh god. I'm going to try this again. Let's do a reset. Quick reset, guys. Maybe some critical hit action or something could have helped us. He misses the growl there. That was pretty nice. And here we get a heal up. Okay, come on. Oh, come on. Don't miss. Yeah, that was bad. Let's try this again. This is looking bad, guys. Bad. Like Rival 1 being this much of a challenge is not good. We get another miss from him though, so maybe we can get lucky here. Come on. No misses. Oh, he crits. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We had him down to 2 HP too. Oh, we could have gotten through without him critical hitting us there. We definitely would have won that one. Remember, this is the strongest possible Voltorb. So if we're not getting through this one like this, oh god. So the only other thing to check, I guess, is whether or not we can win this if we have Struggle. So I'm going to try Struggle strats here because I don't think we're going to be doing enough damage against anything in Falkner's gym either. So let's just find out. We're coming in with Struggle this time against Rival 1. The whole idea is it's a much stronger move. We have the berry on, so we can heal up here. Okay. And yes, Struggle is strong enough to get through that fight on max DVs. But oh god, that was not pretty. That was not pretty. Oh god, officer. I gotta tell you a terrible story. Oh man. So here, let's go and try to beat other things with this Voltorb using Struggle strats, I guess. because I think that's the only way we even have a shot. All right, so we've made it to Falkner's gym. I'm going to give a berry for sure here. I'm going to save the game, and let's just see the stats as we come in. So we're coming in level 6, 22 HP. We have no PP left in tackle. That's intentional. We've only got 10 attack, 12 defense, 13 special attack, 13 special defense, and 18 speed. So we should be fast here, but that's really all we've got going for us. Let's try Honest Abe. Let's just see. So here we're getting pecked. That did 3 damage, and we are using the struggles here. Fortunately, we do have the berry on, so we healed up there, but this is still looking kind of close. Okay, but we do manage to get through, so good enough, and we level up to level 7. So now let's see how we do in this next fight, because here the God Rod is different from Honest Abe, in that Honest Abe's only attacking move is Peck, which is a flying move, which means it's resisted. It does less damage to us. Whereas here, these Pidgeys use Tackle. Tackle is also a same type move for them, so they get the stab bonus, but it's not resisted by us. So Tackle is actually going to be stronger than the Peck that we were just facing, I believe. And he's got 2 Pokemon. So let's see if we can struggle them down or not. All right, so here, struggle. Oh, and I realized that I didn't have the berry on. Rip. So we get beaten by the first Pidgey there. Oh, that's terrible. So here, let's give a berry. Let's save, and we might need a critical hit here to even have a shot. Oh God. So he heard critical hit and he decided to start critical hitting me. Technically, these Pidgeys can also miss with Tackle, so that is another possible way to get through. But oh my God, this is not looking good. So let's try again. The God Rod. I've been saying that kind of jokingly up to now, but in this one, he might actually be the God Rod. So there we go. We knocked that first Pidgey out, but we don't have a whole lot of HP left. Yeah, I think we need some misses, guys. Some misses and some crits. Oh God. So here, you know, like he's doing decent damage to us every time he hits us. So we only have 9 HP remaining. There's no way we get through unless he just goes crazy hard on misses. Oh my God. And this is with struggle. I mean, if we were using our normal move, which would be Tackle, we'd be in an even worse range here. Okay, we get through there. We've got 19 HP remaining, but we really need some misses here. And we don't get them, and we knock ourselves out, and we do not even get through the second Pidgey. Guys, we're gonna have to call it right here. Voltorb, because it doesn't get any same type moves, it doesn't get Sonic Boom. This is like night and day compared to Electrode. Electrode, perfectly fine, super easy. Voltorb, I'm not saying you can't get through. You could get multiple critical hits, but as I've said before, if we need multiple critical hits in order to get through a fight, we're just not counting that. I'm sorry, that's just way too luck-based for me. So, yeah, we're gonna call it right here, and Voltorb has to join the loser's circle. Oh God, oh God, God Rod finally gets one. That's terrible. So with that evolutionary line done, we've only got 7 challengers left. We're about halfway through this one. And yeah, we've hit exactly 100 Pokemon passing Falkner, but now 54 have failed. And that failed column starts to get more and more interesting, as even some Pokemon that you would expect to be able to win here are in that fail column. That includes things like the Voltorb that we just used, of course. Also includes things like Onix, Geodude. I mean, it's not always the case, but in a lot of these cases, even with struggle, these Pokemon just have no shot. I will come back and test some of the other Pokemon with struggle a little more extensively, especially I think something like Tentacool needs a better shot at trying that strategy. But yeah, this was terrible. Terrible to see an electric type Pokemon fail in this section, because you kind of expect those ones to succeed, but not here. Anyway, we've got to move on. Next up, the Exeggcute line. This could be another one that is just absolutely terrible. So let's find out. We're going to do Exeggutor first. If Exeggutor fails, then we just know to eliminate Exeggcute. We're probably using Barrage and Hypnosis here. Yeah. All right, so time to get this Exeggutor run going. And yeah, I'm going to admit, I'm pretty nervous. I don't think this is going to go well. Sometimes I get nervous. I'm like, this run's definitely not going to be good. But I don't know. Maybe we have access to Hypnosis, and that could be enough to get through with the right kind of luck. So we'll agree to help Professor Elm yet again, but we might be cracking some eggs in this one. We've put Exeggutor into the Chikorita Ball, of course, so that we'll go up against Cyndaquil if we continue this one. And here we're starting the game. Okay, we have Confusion, so we have a same type attacking move and Hypnosis, and our special attack looks pretty solid at 18 here at level 5, so this might be okay. Okay, so let's just progress and find out if this works or not. So here, let's get into the Rival 1 fight. I don't expect this to be the wall here, especially because we already know Hypnosis. I think we can just put this one to sleep. Nice. I'm going to move Confusion into the top slot and just use that. Easy win. Nice. So we beat Rival 1. There was no reason to worry. And we should just be fine against Youngster Mikey too. So it's pretty much just straight on to Falkner's gym. Here we've got Professor Elm freaking out about eggs, in spite of the fact that he literally gave us a Pokemon that is an egg Pokemon, an egg tree Pokemon. Why weren't you freaking out about the fact that eggs grow on trees? Why are you so shocked that Pokemon, when a mommy and daddy Pokemon love each other very much, they make an egg? Professor Elm learning about the birds and the bees, the Butterfrees and the bee drills, you know what I'm saying? All right, so now in Falkner's gym, let's check the stats of our Exeggutor. We're level 6, 29 HP. We've got Confusion, Hypnosis, and Barrage, of course. And we've got 18 attack, 17 defense, 21 special attack, 14 special defense, only 13 speed. We're not a fast Pokemon, but we're pretty bulky. We've got that stab Confusion to go together with Hypnosis. I think this is just going to come down to Hypnosis luck, but let's find out. Honest Abe, you're up first. So here, we got to worry about the Pecs. So I am going to try to use Hypnosis here because that did 13 damage. And now Confusion looks like maybe a 3-hit KO here. Oh, and we get a critical hit. So we didn't even have to use our berry there. That was nice. So now Godrod, he doesn't use any flying type moves, so he should be a cakewalk. I'm going to move straight on to Falkner. So yeah, Godrod, not a challenge, basically. Here we're just going to slam a potion. I'm going to give a berry. Oh wait, we're already holding a berry. Rip. But we definitely need the berry in this one because we're going to be dealing with Gust. That's the move I'm actually scared of. Here, let's save the game before we get into this. I'm in fact going to face him and now save the game because I expect to have some resets. Sorry, we need to check the stats before we actually get into the fight. So here, we have leveled up to level 7. We're only at level 7 because we are in the slow level up group. That means we've got 32 HP. We've got 20 attack, 19 defense, 24 special attack, 16 special defense, and 15 in speed. We should be fine against the Pidgey because it's only going to use tackle against us. Pidgeotto's where I'm nervous because of the Gust, basically. I think Gust is going to do pretty decent damage, but let's find out. So here, Falkner attempt 1. I am just going to put this pigeon to sleep. Nice. And let's just use some confusion on it. Perfect. So it gets wrecked. We level up to level 8 right there, and now Pidgeotto comes out. We put it to sleep. Very good. Now Confusion. And it's only a 3-hit KO there. Very nice. So we beat Falkner on the first attempt with our Exeggutor. Now the question is, the reason we were so good here is because of the fact that A, we got to sleep, and B, we had a same type move in Confusion. I'm not sure if Exeggcute is going to get that. All right, so here getting our Exeggcute, it looks like we are going to start off with just Barrage and Hypnosis. That's kind of what I expected here. I'm guessing we'll learn Confusion via level up, but what level do we get it is the question. All right, so I'm going to save the game here as we go into Rival 1. I'm going to keep the berry on because Barrage is pretty random, but let's see if we can win this one. So the strategy is pretty obvious. We're going to use Hypnosis to put him to sleep. And now we just have to barrage and hope that we do enough damage. 3 hits there, and it looks like we're doing 2 damage per hit. So if we can just get a good range on this one, we keep getting 2-turn barrages. But we do knock him out, and we didn't even take any damage, so that's kind of nice. There we go. So here we're going to tell the police about our rival, and then we're going to talk to Professor Elm, and he's going to be far more impressed by the fact that we have 6 eggs. That's right, not just 1 egg, we got 6 of them. Look at that. Look at that little Exeggcute sprite up there. He's like, what is this? Eggs? Eggs? My research. I must research this Pokemon. Why did I give it to you? All right, so our Exeggcute has successfully made its way to Falkner's gym. We have managed to escape becoming a research subject of Professor Elm. Here we're level 6. We've got 25 HP. We know Barrage and Hypnosis. We're holding the berry, of course. We've got 11 attack, 16 defense, 14 special attack, 12 special defense, 11 speed. We're not going to outspeed anything here, I don't think. Now, Exeggcute was one of my worst Pokemon ever that I've done a run in Gen 1 with. I'm very interested to see how this goes in Gen 2. We got to start with Honest Abe. So the strategy here clearly is to put him to sleep, because that did 12 damage with that first peck. And who knows, it could be a range. Oh, he gets a critical hit. So here we need a nice long sleep. That much is clearer. So here we get him to sleep, and that time, yeah, he did 13 damage. So it's definitely a range to just knock us out in 2 hits. So here we need some really good barrages. So we're already dead there. But like, if we can get some 5-hitters, we might be able to get through this. Might being the operative word. Here we survive with 1 HP, but I'm pretty sure we're getting wrecked here. Here we miss. Okay, that's a 3-hitter, 2-hitter. Oh, but there we get through. Okay. The 1 HP plus getting the berry to activate kind of mattered. So here I'm going to give a berry here. Let's try to take on the God Rod here. So we do knock that one out. Cool. Yeah, Reflect is going to be kind of important in this one, I think. All right, so I'm going to give a berry here, and let's check the stats as we go into Falkner. We're at level 7 because we're in the slow level up group. We've got 27 HP. We know Barrage, Hypnosis, and Reflect, but we're out of Barrage PP. I'm going to have to heal that up. And then we've got 12 attack, 18 defense, 15 special attack, 13 special defense, 12 speed. We're not going to outspeed, but I'm going to go get more PP first. All right, back now with all the PP that we need. We're going to save the game. And the strategy here is definitely to rely on Reflect and Hypnosis here. So let's just see how we do here. First things first, we're going to use Hypnosis turn 1, set up Reflect turn 2, so that if it wakes up and hits us, it's going to do less damage. We got to make sure that we have a Reflect up when we get to the Pidgeotto, though. So there, let's put it back to sleep. Let's set up another Reflect. So we knocked that one out. Very good. He sends out his Pidgeotto. It's going to use Gust. Did 6 damage there. Now we put it to sleep. Our Reflect faded, so we're going to set that up again so that if he wakes up, he'll do less damage. Nice 4-hitter there, but yeah, now we need the ranges. Here, Reflect again, and he gets a critical hit to knock us out. Oh God. Let's try again. Let's try again. That's not a very likely situation to actually happen for 3 in a row to miss. So here we'll set up Reflect and then knock that one out. Perfect. So we level up there to level 8. We get Pidgeotto to sleep. We're still in green health. We still have our berry. This is kind of ideal. Here we're setting up Reflect again. Here I think we just go all in on attack. Yes, there we go. So we finally beat Falkner with Exeggcute, all due to the fact that we get access to Hypnosis and we get it. It was painful, but we did win. Level 8, 30 HP, Barrage, Hypnosis, Reflect. We're going to have troubles in the next section, I think, though, because we're going to come up against a lot of poison types and a lot of bug types. And we're 4 times weak to bug. So even like Zubat using Leech Life, I think is pretty bad for us. Oh, this is going to be ridiculous, but we're going to find out. We're going to see how it goes. Anyway, here, level 8, going into the next section. 14 attack, 20 defense, 17 special attack, 14 special defense, and 14 in speed. I think we really need to get access to Confusion. Confusion would be just massive for us. I'm not sure if we'll get it in time though in this next section because of our low or slow level up rate. Anyway, that does it for Exeggcute. Exeggcute and Exeggutor join the winners list. So let's get them on there and then see how we're doing so far. There we go. So with that fixed, now we can see that Exeggcute and Exeggutor have joined the winners column. That's actually kind of surprising. Voltorb fails, but Exeggcute gets through. It's all about status. If there's one thing that I've learned from all my solo runs and everything that I've done, it's that sleep is one of the most broken things in the game. Like, I know a lot of people say, yeah, but it was nerfed in Gen 2 because opponents can attack the turn they wake up. Sure, but if they're not one-shotting you on the turn that they wake up and you can get them back to sleep, it's still completely broken in Gen 2. They didn't really nerf it that much, I don't think. It's yeah, sure, not Gen 1 sleep, but Gen 2 sleep still pretty broken. I think Pokemon that get to the end of the game with a sleep move will have a legit shot of actually beating the entire game all the way through red on minimum battles. I think they're going to have the best shot because of the fact that they can rely on sleep when they don't have good damaging moves, when they need a lot of turns to set up, things like that. So we're going to see, but already in the list so far, when we look at the Pokemon that have gotten through Falkner, there are definitely some Pokemon up there that are going to get sleep tactics later on in the game. And it could just turn out to be that that is the key to beating the entire game on minimum battles in Gen 2, very similar to how it is in Gen 1, you know? But with that being said, we can just add those two Pokemon in. They're always going to have a chance as long as they can get sleep on their opponents. Next up, we've got Cubone and Marowak. And this could be interesting. The first ground types coming in for today's section. I'm not sure they're going to do great, but they don't have any type weaknesses. So it just comes down to what their attacking moves are. All right, so it's time to get our bony mama here. And we put it into the Totodile ball. Will be up against the Cyndaquil, or not the Cyndaquil, the Chikorita line in this one. And here we can see our starting moveset: Growl, Tail Whip, Bone Club, and Headbutt. All right, I think I'm here for that. Let's just see how this actually works out. Of course, Headbutt should be pretty good for neutral damage. Bone Club is going to be a same type move. Growl and Tail Whip makes me nervous that Gen 2 is like Pokemon Yellow. Maybe Cubone starts without any attacking moves. Oh god, that would be terrible. So here we go. But here, coming into the Rival 1 fight, I'm going to take off this berry. Let's see how we do. I think we're going to be all right. We got Headbutt. Let's just see. All right, so here against Chikorita, I think I'm going to lead off with Headbutt. Does decent damage there. Oh yeah, this thing's going down easily. So there we go. Easy win. Now, sorry it took a bunch of time. I realized that my mapper and my overlay were not set up properly for the enemy team, so the rival just wasn't showing. We got that fixed now. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and deliver an egg. And we've already shown that eggs are pretty incredible in this episode. So Professor Elm, he's like, we've got to study this. This needs top men. So now getting into Falkner's gym, we can actually get serious here. Let's check the stats. We're coming in at level 6. We've got 25 HP. Of course, we're a ground type. We know Headbutt, Bone Club, Tail Whip, and Growl. Obviously, Bone Club doesn't really do anything for us here because these are all flying types. They can't be affected by the ground type move. And here we've got 16 attack, 20 defense, 12 special attack, 16 special defense, and 12 speed. It's a lot of 12s and 16s there, but that's a nice big defense stat. I think that's going to be enough. Let's just see if we can beat Honest Abe without even using a berry here. So here we're going to lead off. We're just going to go Headbutt the whole way. It's my first initial strategy. And yeah, Headbutt's doing decent damage here. It is a 4-hit KO, but we survive without the berry and level up to level 7. Very nice. So now I don't really think that God Rod's going to be hard in this one. Let's just beat him up and get to Falkner. Yep, that was an easy battle. And now we can just heal up here. And here I'm gonna save the game one time. Let's just check the tail of the tape as we go into Falkner. So here we are at level 8. We've got 30 HP now. Same moveset, never changes. We've got 20 attack, 25 defense, 15 special attack, and 20 special defense. Don't really matter here. Only 14 speed. And we're running low on PP, so I'm gonna go heal up. I'm gonna get all my PP ready. We gotta have a very PP filled ghosty mama here. I always felt that Marowak should be a ghost type. I know they did that later on, but come on. Gen 1, it was literally a ghost. You literally had to use the Sylph Scope to even see this thing. So yeah, let's see if Falkner's scared of ghosts or not. All right, so here, the first attempt against Falkner. We are going to come in here. We're just going to headbutt his pigeon. It misses a tackle and a critical hit, so we get through without any damage there to the Pidgeotto. It's using Gust, which only does 5 damage. We got a critical hit and another critical hit. God, that was ridiculous. We get through. We get to level 9. Yeah, Ghosty Mama ain't having none of your nonsense, Falkner. This one could be reasonably good as we go through the game, especially because it starts the game with Headbutt. That might be a little bit overpowered. Just saying. And we don't even get a signature held item, right? Because I believe you have to transfer between versions to get that, if I remember correctly. The Bone Club, the actual Bone Club that it can hold, whatever the heck the actual name is. I forgot the name of the held item. RIP. Everybody unsubscribe. This is how you know I'm a noob in Gen 2. But I do know that that item completely breaks its Pokemon. But in the meantime, let's go and check out how Cubone does and what kind of moves it actually has. Now that we have Marowak's proper level up learn set up, and before we pick up our Cubone, I'm already predicting that we start the game with only Growl. And that's gonna make me very nervous. Is that what they did to this one again? No, Growl and Tail Whip. Okay, so we have Growl and Tail Whip, but still that's terrible, because that means that we have to go struggle strats. That's the only possible way to get through things. So now we're gonna have to try to beat Rival 1 with no PP in any of our moves. Just try to struggle him down, since that's all we can do. Like, yes, technically we could leave like 1 or 2 tail whips to try to get better ranges, but we're just gonna go in here with the berry on, try to struggle this guy down. So here we go. Against his Chikorita, struggle does okay, about that much. And he's growling at me. No, he's like, I know your weakness. You can only use struggle against me. Here we have to heal, and this is gonna be close. Oh, it's because of all the growls that he used, but we get through with 1 HP remaining. Oh, that was stupid. Like, why did Game Freak think it was acceptable to give certain Pokemon no attacking moves at level 5? I just never will understand that. This is what we need Professor Elm to actually research. What the hell was on the minds of Game Freak when they made this game? They just hated Cubone so much. So here, even youngster Mikey might be a little rough, because we have to struggle this guy down. So we knock that one out, perfect. Rattata comes out. It's doing decent damage with Tackle, and we survive on 1 HP. Oh god. Oh god, that was stupid. So here we're gonna heal up, but we're not gonna get any PP back because of the fact that I'm using Game Hook in order to lock my PP at 0. So in a normal actual run, this would take a lot more time because we'd have to use up all the PP in both of these moves against wild Pokemon. It would just be terrible, tedious. It would just be ridiculous. But here we're testing it out at least. We're gonna give a berry right here as we go into the Honest Abe fight, because I think we need it. And here, let's just check the stats. We are coming in at level 6. We've got 23 HP, no PP in any moves because they're just trash. We're holding the berry. We've got 12 attack, 18 defense, 11 special attack, 12 special defense, 11 speed. The only saving grace of this Pokemon is that little animation right there. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. He looks like he's flipping his little bone. I feel like flipping him something for his terrible moveset. But here we go. Honest Abe. Let's try. So here we go. First attempt here. We're going to get pecked and take 6 damage right away. Oh, God. And we're not doing very much back. So we're getting killed right there. All right. So this might be a situation where we have to come in here with like 1 PP and Tail Whip just so that we have a way to do more damage. Okay, so now we have 1 PP in Tail Whip so that we can lower defense. So there we go. We've lowered his defense, and now we're doing maybe a little bit more damage, but he still destroys us. Maybe we need a Growl and a Tail Whip. So round 3, now we have 1 Growl and 1 Tail Whip. Let's see how this goes. So here the idea is that we Growl first to reduce his damage, then we Tail Whip him, and now we start hitting him. We get a critical hit right there. Very nice. Here, he's still doing 5 damage per hit. Oh, we got so close to knocking him out. Let's try again. Let's try again. 1 Growl. Oh, we get a critical hit this time, though. That's no good. We might have had a shot without that critical hit. Let's try 1 more. And there we go. Yes, we do get through with the critical hit there. So that's stupid. You need to come in with 1 Growl, 1 Tail Whip, and then you need to get a critical hit in order to win. So here we're going to try the God Rod without any Growls and Tail Whips first, just to see. Maybe we can get through just purely by spamming our struggles here, because these Pidgeys don't have super strong attacks. All right, so here we go. We've got no PP left. We're going all in on struggle first. Let's just see how it goes. They're only doing 2 damage per hit here. Oh, I didn't give a held berry though. Okay, but we do knock that one out. Second Pidgey comes out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if we had a held item, we get through there. So let's try this again. Let's give a berry. Got 2 in the bag. So we do knock out the first Pidgey. We're going to heal up right here. We're up to 19 HP. They're doing 3 damage per hit to us without a crit. So I do believe we get through right there. Very nice. So we level up to level 8. That's a damage rounding threshold. We can go ahead and slam some potions, give a berry, and now it's time to save the game, and it's time to find out if we can be Falkner. Coming in here, like I said, we're level 8. We've got 28 HP now. Still no PP because we don't have any attacking moves anyway. And we've got 15 attack, 22 defense, 14 special attack, 15 special defense, and 16 speed. Now, here's the issue. If we level up against the Pidgey, then we're actually going to have to say that this is impossible. Here's the reason why. If we level up against Pidgey, that would mean that we learn Bone Club. And if we learn Bone Club during this fight, then we have a situation where we would get completely wrecked. Why would we get wrecked? Well, because we would have to use all the PP and Bone Club against Pidgeotto, who is going to destroy us. It's just going to use Gust over and over again. Now you might be saying, well, then lose the Rival 1 fight, but I'm not sure we beat Honest Abe if we lose the Rival 1 fight. That was just super close as it was. Keep in mind, this is a max DV's Cubone. So I'm actually very nervous here. I don't want to level up in this fight. That's basically the verdict. Please don't level up after Pidgey. Let's find out. So here we go. We're going to not Bone Club. We're going to struggle here. And we get a 3-hit range there. Very nice. Pidgeotto comes out. Gust does 6 damage to us. And yeah, we're doing so little damage. So we didn't level up there, but we get killed. And we're nowhere near taking down that Pidgeotto. Here's the other issue. We can't go in with just like a couple of Tail Whips or a couple of Growls here, because by the time we get to Pidgeotto, we would already have used the PP in those moves. We would have to use those moves against the Pidgey, the one that doesn't really do that much damage anyway. So I'm calling this one right here, guys. This is not a possible fight. Like, logically not possible. Yes, if we got 3 critical hits, it might work out here, but that's way too much luck. I've said it before, say it again. Anything that requires more than 1 critical hit to get through an opponent, we're just going to call that not possible. We're either going to change strategies or we're just going to give up on it. And this one, we're giving up. I'm done. I'm tapping out. Sorry, Cubone. No wonder you were crying all alone. God, I'm so insensitive. I'm so insensitive to the plight of Qwilfish, but we're going to give him a chance at revenge. We're going to come back. We're going to do a full game run with this Pokemon on 0 DVs at some point. I'm willing to bet that once we get through the initial kind of terrible section at the beginning of the game, it's actually going to be not that bad. That's my guess. Could be wrong, but that's my guess. Anyway, Sorry, Cubone, you're out of this one. Let's check how we're doing so far. Let's update our setup and just find how we are progressing. All right, so with the Cubone and Marowak finished, we're up to 103 Pokemon that pass and 55 that fail. I wasn't actually that surprised that Cubone failed. I mean, it's the same, basically the same starting moveset that it has in Gen 1 in Pokemon Yellow. Pokemon Red and Blue, I think, was the last time in these games that it had access to Bone Club at level 5. But even that wouldn't have helped us here because we're not going to be able to hit Falkner's Pokemon with it. The headbutt on Marowak did make a massive difference, though. So now we've got our last 3 Pokemon. We're going to get into this Snubbull Granbull line and then check out that Qwilfish. I think the Snubbull line is going to be fine, but let's just check. What does Granbull know and how strong is it actually going to be? All right, so here we have put Granbull into the Totodile Ball so that we can go up against the Chikorita line as we go through. But let's find out what we know at the start of this one. We are coming in with Tackle, Scary Face, and Tail Whip. Okay, well, at least Tackle is same type, so it should do a little bit more damage. Scary Face? What? That just lowers speed, right? Am I remembering correctly? RIP. Everybody's like, you don't know how to use Scary Face, do you? Oh man, let's just see. Yes, so Scary Face lowers speed. I remembered correctly. I'm not a complete noob, you know. I'm just kind of a Gen 1 noob. I just forget what moves do that aren't in Gen 1 because I'm basically a Gen 1 player. Just playing Gen 2. RIP. You guys cat me. You figured me out. So here it's time to take on Rival 1, and given that we have a same type bonus in Tackle, I think I'm just gonna fight him. I don't think I'm gonna even worry about messing with my berry at all. Let's just go. So here Tackle does pretty decent damage right off the bat. And okay, he gets a critical hit on us, but it doesn't seem to matter, and we easily win. Nice. So I like how Granbull up there in the top left looks like he's like a boxer or something. They're encouraging dogfighting in Gen 2. Come on. So here coming into Falkner's gym, we're at level 6. We've got 28 HP. We know Tackle, Scary Face, and Tail Whip, of course. And we have 21 attack, 15 defense, 14 in both specials, only 12 speed. We're not a very fast boxing dog here. So let's just see. Let's see if we can beat Honest Abe with our boxer. So here we go. First things first, I'm going to go Tackle. We appear to be doing more damage than he's doing with Peck. Oh, we had to use our berry though. RIP. There we go. We get to level 7. Easy game. Easy game. Let's just heal with a potion. Get into the God Rod. This shouldn't be hard. Oh, and we learned Charm here. Are you kidding me? Now we get to lower attack, lower speed, lower defense, and then just, I guess, tackle things. Oh, we're becoming completely OP. God Rod had no chance there. Oh, Rodney gets no respect whatsoever. So now we're going to save the game. And here, let's just check the stats as we go into Falkner. Level 8, we've got 35 HP now. Same moveset as before, except we added Charm. So we can now lower attack by 2 stages. And now we've got 26 attack, 19 defense, 17 in both specials, 14 in speed. Let's just see if this is enough. Maybe we can just charm our way through to a victory here. Let's go. So first things first, just for the sake of doing it, I'm just going to use a charm here. Because, hey, let's just sharply lower attack and then proceed to tackle the heck out of your pigeon. Okay, there we go. Now up against Falkner's Pidgeotto. I'm going to charm it once. I'm going to Scary Face it once. Oh, come on. There we go. Now we should be able to outspeed. Here, I'll even give a Tail Whip. We're just going for all the statuses here so that we can do ultimate amounts of damage. Yes, we just wasted so many turns there that we didn't need to. A Tail Whip plus 2 tackles, probably 3 tackles just takes it down. But, you know, I wanted to charm. Come on, guys. You know I got some charm here. So here, Granbull coming through Falkner. No problems whatsoever in this entire section. This is actually a pretty strong Pokemon. I'm pretty excited to see how it goes as we progress in the game. Here, level 10, 41 HP. Decent moveset. I think we're going to get more good moves via TM as we go through this whole run here. So I'm really not too worried about this one. And I mean, 32 attack, 23 defense, 20 in both specials, 17 in speed. Speed is really the only issue in this Pokemon. I think we're probably going to get Mud Slap, right? So we should be fine. Oh, we're going to learn Roar. We can phase. There we go. And via level up, we're going to get Bite, Lick. Oh, God. We're going to get Rage and Takedown. We've got some decent moves on this Pokemon, just as a normal type, and I'm sure we'll get enough coverage to be able to get through pretty much everything else. I mean, yeah, we're probably going to have to go with that Mud Slap just to hit some ghosts, but otherwise we should be fine. Cool. Let's check and see how Snubbull compares. I'm playing this intro so many times that I'm just getting my time super good. I'm going to be like the fastest intro player ever if I don't just like run around randomly. Someday, I'm going to be an amazing speedrunner. I swear to God. Just because I play this section so much, and this section is so long and tedious. Why did they think to make just everybody so chatty in Gen 2? Just let people figure it out. Come on, Game Freak. You don't need to hold our hand. So here we can get our Snubbull, and let's just see what kind of moves he actually starts with. Oh, he's basically like identical to Granbull. Awesome. We'll take that. So yeah, he's just like a little angry doggo. Like, I don't know. I never really liked pugs. Fight me. I was a shepherd guy as a kid. And now I live in Japan, so I'm all about the Shiba Inu. And if you don't like the Shiba Inu, we ain't talking. So here for Rival 1, I don't think we're going to have any trouble again. Hopefully our dog just, you know, takes him down. I mean, come on. Dogs like to eat grass sometimes. So clearly this is going to go perfectly fine. We easily win. Cakewalk. Oh God. So yeah, Snubbull and Granbull, honestly, like I never thought they were super cute, but I don't know. This one might grow on me, honestly. I mean, especially if it starts crushing the game, I might be like, yes, I said you were ugly at the beginning of the run, but now I think you're beautiful. Let's just see if we can manage to get through Violet Gym or not, though. So we're going to bring our dog into the bird keeper haven here, the bird cage. Let's see how it goes. Level 6 Snubbull coming in with 25 HP, tackle, scary face, and tail whip. We've got 16 attack, 12 defense, 11 in both specials, 10 in speed. We should be not very fast, but I think okay. I'm going to give a berry just to be safe, though, in the Honest Abe fight, because this one, I mean, he does decent damage. Let's find out, though. So the strategy here, I think, is pretty simple. I'm going to scary face him once and tail whip him once. And now we are faster and doing decent damage, so we are going to get through that fight easily. You might say, well, you didn't need the scary face, but I like to outspeed guys. Come on. I have a need for speed. So here, let's save the game. Let's get into the God Rod fight. And yeah, that was super easy. And we got Charm again, so we're pretty much good to go here, I think. We're going to get into the Falkner fight, but let's go ahead and give a berry just so that we're safe. Just to be safe, guys. You know, I don't know that we need a berry. We're just giving it because we can. So here we're going to save the game, and then let's check the stats as we go into this fight here. We're coming in with 30 HP at level 8. Same moveset as we had with Granbull. And we've got 20 attack, 15 defense, 14 in both specials, 12 speed. So we're definitely just not as good as Granbull, but, you know, Sun Evolved forms is kind of standard. But let's just see if we can beat up Falkner. Let's sick him boy. Sick him kind of, I don't know, male or female? I think it's male, yeah. Sick him boy. So here, let's go ahead and Charm first for the sake of doing so. Let's give a scary face here, just so that we can outspeed. And now let's start tackling. I know somebody's going to be like, you're going way too hard on the status moves here. I agree. I don't disagree with you. Here, yeah, we're taking 8 damage there. So here we did get the scary face on, a couple tail whips, just checking ranges here. We're losing that first one because, I mean, critical hits and missing the scary face and all that jazz. So here, let's just go for the tackles. Let's just go all in on attack here. So nice, we get through. We've still got 17 HP after the level up. Here, I'm going to charm him first. I'm even going to charm him again. And now let's give him the scariest of scary faces, a tail whip. Let's see if we get the 3-hit range here. Oh, yes. There we go. Snubbull, no problem. Easy win. So yeah, once again, I don't think this Pokemon's going to be terrible as we go through the game. We've got tons of type coverage, as we can see over on the right side right now. And I mean, coverage is kind of everything in these solo runs. When you're using TMs especially, but when you're trying to do these minimum battles runs, I always would prefer a Pokemon with a lot of coverage over a Pokemon that doesn't have much. Here we can see that this Snubbull is actually looking pretty good though. Tackle, Scary Face, Tail Whip, Charm. It's going to use a lot of status in the early game, but we are going to use that Mud Slap, I think, in order to do more damage. And yeah, 24 attack, 18 defense, 16 in both specials, 14 speed. It's not really doing too bad here. It's pretty decent. But let's see how it goes. For now, we got to add both of these dogs to the pass column, and we've got to get to our final Pokemon, which is Qwilfish. Let's just see how the Qwilfish goes. Are we going to finish decently, or is this going to be terrible? So here I decided to put Qwilfish into the Totodile Ball. Even though I believe it's just going to be, neutrally affected by grass, I still think the grass starter is probably the hardest for it. But here we're starting with Spikes, Tackle, and Poison Sting. What is this nonsense? Okay, we're going to have to hope that Tackle and Poison Sting together are enough to get through here. Oh, this is going to be terrible, I think. So at least here against Rival 1, we have the advantage that we do know Poison Sting, which is technically same type and super effective. So I do think it's worth using. And maybe we can poison him, who knows? So here we're just going to use it. We're doing decent damage with the Poison Sting, since it is same type. So we do have that advantage. But this is not looking super strong. We're just going to have to see. Is it like better than Tentacool? Maybe? So one thing I am noticing, it seems like our Poison Sting is stronger than when we were using Tentacool. Maybe that's just me misremembering things, but it does seem to be quite a bit stronger here. So coming into Falkner's gym now with our Qwilfish, we're at level 6, we've got 25 HP, Poison Sting, Tackle, and Spikes with a Berry on. We've got 18 attack, 15 defense, 13 in both specials, 17 speed, so we're actually pretty fast. We're not going to outspeed in the first fight, but if we can get through Honest Abe, we might outspeed a lot of other things, but let's just find out. So here, Honest Abe, I think the strategy is just to lead with the Poison Sting and try to get him poisoned. Let's see, so Tackle does that much. So yeah, I think we need the poison to come in, like nice and early in this one, because we got him all the way down to a sliver there, with the poison coming in pretty late. So if we can just get a poison turn 1, turn 2, we're probably golden. Yeah, there we go. Nice poison at the beginning. Let's just see. So Tackle is effectively still stronger. So we should go Tackle after we get the poison on. Oh, and he gets a critical hit. If he doesn't crit there, we win. So we're just going to Poison Sting till we poison him and then go into the Tackles. And there we go. We get the easy win that time. No problem. So now we got to take on the God Rod. And I think we're just going to go into this without a berry. Let's just find out if this is possible or not. So in this one, it's going to be a little tough, I think, but I'm going to go for the poison first. I just think the chip damage from poison is too valuable not to go for it. Here we didn't get a poison on that first pigeon though. Okay, there we do get the poison. Now we're going to switch to Tackle, and it does look like it's enough. So we get through and we get to level 8. Very nice. So here, let's just drop a potion. Let's go ahead and give a berry. I think we're going to need it here. Let's save the game, and then let's just check the stats here. So in this case, for Qwilfish, we're coming in at level 8. We've got 31 HP. We still have the same move set. 22 attack, 19 defense, 16 in both specials, and 21 in speed. The problem is that Falkner, I believe, is going to want to use Mud Slap with his first Pidgey because of the fact that we are a poison type. And that could wreck us. It's not a super strong move, but given that it's super effective, it might just be the way that he chooses to go. And that extra lowered accuracy might make this fight actually impossible. But let's find out. Let's just see. So here we're just spamming the Poison Stings first because we'd really like to poison this one, take it down more quickly. But yeah, he's just spamming Mud Slap over and over and over again. So we're getting wrecked on the first attempt. Okay. So then let's just try the next one here. Tackle technically does more damage. It still appears to be a 4-hit KO. We get all 4 hits. That's stupid. So here, I'm going for Poison Sting on Pidgeotto because yet again, I think we need the poison status to have any real shot of getting through here. I think we just need that chip damage. So we fail that time. Let's try again. So I'm going to spam tackle here. We get a critical hit turn 1 this time. That makes Pidgey a 3-hit KO. So we got fewer accuracy drops than normal. And we get a critical hit and poison the Pidgeotto. Yes. Now tackle him. Come on. Yes. And he's poisoned. Yes, we survive with 1 HP. Qwilfish. Legendary. Absolutely legendary. Look at this Pokemon. Get to level 9 right there. Oh, that was stupid. Oh, that was just ridiculous. But Qwilfish can beat Falkner. Here's what you need. You need to get a critical hit on the Pidgey so that you knock it out in 3 hits and not miss. And then you need pretty damn good accuracy luck on the Pidgeotto as well as the poison. We saw the poison made the difference there because I could have missed that last hit easily. I had two mud slaps on me already. So I'm already, you know, less accurate. I believe minus 33% at that point, if I recall correctly. So yeah, I'm perfectly fine with this. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. Qwilfish, you legend. Level 9, 33 HP, terrible moves. I mean, spikes might matter when opponents can actually be hit by them. But here, 25 attack, 21 defense, 17 in both specials, 23 in speed. That is nice. There we go. So that finishes today, and we finished with 3 in a row beating Falkner. So let's just see what that means for the final results. And then let's check our challengers for next time. All right, so with that finished, we are making some serious progress here. We're over 160 Pokemon into the Pokedex out of 251. And yeah, that's feeling pretty nice. 106 getting through Falkner, only 55 failing so far. Today, the only Pokemon that we added to the fail column were Krabby, Voltorb, and of course that Cubone. Everything else beat Falkner. Oh, this is stupid. Next time, we're going to be coming back and we're going to be getting our fighting type on a little bit because we've got Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, and I figured we would jump ahead a little bit, get our Tyrogue and our Hitmontop in there so that we can really see how these fighting types do. Then we're going to add in our Lickitung, the Coughing line, the Rhyhorn line I think is just going to completely destroy this gym. And then we've got Shuckle coming in. That's going to be pretty interesting. I'm going to name him Aw Shucks. Next, we've got the Heracross. Heracross is going to be very interesting. Obviously, one of the strongest competitive Pokemon in this generation. But this is like the perfect gym to just completely destroy a Heracross. We're going to try Sneasel, and then finally we're going to do the Teddiursa Ursaring line. Let's just see how that goes. So we're going to have 14 challengers next time. I'm predicting, conservatively, I'm just going to place a bet that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to guess 9 of these Pokemon get through. That's my prediction. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me which ones you think. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.